Welcome back to Console Commander. So there's been quite a lot of things change in the game this week. I've managed to get quite a bit done. First of all, what I'll do is I'll just start on this list and then I'll show you some other things as well. So galaxy map is the first thing. Now those of you that have been watching will notice we now have territory boundaries. So this will basically mean eventually that when you're flying within this zone, you're kind of in your own protected area. And then if you fly out into somebody else's zone, then obviously it depends on if you're at war with them or not as to what happens. Also, another thing that we've done is if we go into a system, you will see we have a command bastion. Now, these need to be placed before you can build the mines. They're basically like an outpost, if you like. Failing that, you can also colonize a planet that can sustain human life, and then you'll be able to build your mines as well. So that just basically is an option to build if there are no Terran planets in the system. One quick way that you can find out is if you click on the star, I've added in world distribution, so you can quickly look to see, without going on each individual planet, if there are any, well, what the planets are in the system, basically. And that's that. And then there's the usual history and a little bit of information about the system. You will notice there is now a fleet tab. So this is so you can locate your fleets wherever they are in the galaxy. You can first of all you can toggle them between each type. As more fleet types become available in the game, we'll obviously add these as well. So, for example, if you wanted some information on, say, Adrian, you can click on there, and then it will open his card, and you can just see a bit about him and about his fleet, and then what he's currently doing. You will also notice that there is a locate button, so if you press that, he will take the game will take you to where he is, and you can see him in the game. And also on the card itself, there is the locate fleet, which will do the same thing. Now, one other thing that you've probably noticed is we have a transfer ships button, which is also on the controls at the bottom here. So if we go ahead and click, well, both buttons do the same thing, but they open the transfer control panel. And what you can do then is you can select any of these different types of fleets. So we'll go ahead and just select this one. And then what you'll see is you'll see the breakdown of each ship type in each of their command. So first of all, let's start at the top. So we're currently asking the game to send ships from Adrian to Mira. If we click reverse, then it'll do the opposite way. And then all you need to do after that is let's just click 5, and then the transfer ships button is here. That obviously needs moving down along with the text here. So that's something to sort out. So let's go ahead and do that, and then what we'll see is if we go to Mira, I'm not quite sure where she is in the game, so let's go here. Let's zoom in. And you will see that these are the 5 ships that are transferring. And so if you click on them, you can, there's a bit of information of what's going on here, and then you've got the close button, and you've also got cancel transfer. So if I hit cancel transfer, the ships will stop, and then they'll come back to Mira, and they'll form back into her fleet like they were before. So yeah, that's the fleet commanders. And then we've got the territories. Now, territories, you can have a colonized planet so long as it fits the Terran format, if you like. And then you can also place command bastions in systems. We've got the current homeworld, which is here. This is the first starting planet in this particular playthrough with all its good stuff. And then if we go to, let's go to this one. Oops. So obviously you've got all the information about it as well. And then the command bastion is actually orbiting this planet. There it is. Clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, so the command bastion is orbiting this planet. And that means then when you build when you select the build facilities, you can then place down all of the other stuff. If we go to a world such as this one, where we don't have anything in, oops, not ship builder, then the only thing you can build is a command bastion, which I believe this construction ship is en route to build. The fleet transfer is basically the same as what we did earlier, but what you can do is you can pick the different ones that you want. I'm not sure why I can't select Adrian. I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, so basically it just brings up the same screen. You can do... Oh yeah, I'm not quite sure why we can't select Adrian. It's a strange one. Something to figure out anyway. Shipbuilder, sorry, I just passed the shipbuilder. I did add the other designs in just so that we could move them around the fleets, and also it's better to have more ships, so I could design the list as well. What I meant by the list was when you get these here, the list here that lists all the ships that are in each fleet. Cabinet, I think, is still the same. We've added the extra cards to say, look, there's steady titanium deposit here, and you can build a mining station if you wish as well. Now notice as well the text. So we've got steady titanium, we've got steady cobalt, and we've got light copper. This doesn't matter yet, but it will do when I add it in. It'll be the rate of mining. So a steady deposit will mine more than a light deposit. The defense is the same as well. We've added a few things for the defense minister to tell you about your fleets, and the other 4 are still not in use yet. Research, diplomacy, intelligence, logistics still don't have anything yet. Settings does. So the icons in the game, you will be able to change the icons of everything in the game to whatever you want in these lists. So you just click through each one and you just click whichever icon you want to use. It's entirely up to you. And for those technical people that like to know information, if you look at the top here, we've got the frame rate at 60. I'm now actually not running... I'm on a laptop and I'm not running on power mode, so it's on the low mode. There is so low power. But even on high power, it's not really making any difference. Because I think low power must be set to 60 frames. Anyway, so yeah, the CPU seems to be good. I'm not quite sure why that says over 100%. I don't quite understand that one, to be honest, but the total capacity of the laptop is running at 10%, so that's fine. It's not really doing too much just yet, but it's nice to see that it's still running quite low. So yeah, this is that's basically it then. That's pretty much all that we've got done, which has been quite a busy week. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you next week for some more updates to Console Commander.